Dear friends, Namaskaram. Myself Dr. Ramesh Singh Pal, welcome you in Sanatan Pragya. One of our friend requested us to narrate some videos in English also, and he also asked me to talk on the Shiva Tattva. So today we will understand the Shiva Tattva. Although Shiv is not a matter of intellect, it is something beyond the mana and chitta. In Advaita Vedanta, Shiva is described as the infinitely vast empty space, void and nothingness, which is holding the entire universe. Some call that God, some say that Allah, some say Krishna, we call that Shiva, and scientists are studying it as unknown. And if you want to give him some other name, give also. Call him XYZ, give him any name, he would not mind. If you don't believe in him, even that he would not mind. It is like one of your teeny body cell. Say, I don't believe that you exist. I have a separate entity and I am not a part of you. Would you mind it? Shiva is also described as Nirankara Rupam, without any shape and size, vast nothingness and emptiness, that is Sunyata, which was there before creation started and which will be remain after destruction of the universe, qualifies for Nirankara, formless, because creation would always have a particular size and shape. This has been proven that the whole universe is in vibration form, which was described in our ancient text as Nada Brahma. Universe is just sound or vibration. Scientists say that at some atomic level there is no mass but only energy, which we call as Shakti, and subatomic particle constantly disappear in nothingness, destruction, and reappear out of nothing, it is creation. As per the experiences of the spiritual masters, all the things in this universe are different manifestation of the same energy, that is Shakti. Before creation of the universe, there was only vast nothingness, Sunya, Shiva, emptiness. Then energy or Shakti appears out of nothingness, and whole universe was created as manifestation of energy with the help of nothingness. And this process is happening every moment. These two fundamental forces are known as Yin Yang, Shiv Shakti, Paramatma or Prakriti. Anything you can call it. Nothing and something combined to make everything. Have you noticed? All computer programs are made up of two fundamental binary units, 0, nothing, and 1, something, isn't it? If you observe everything around with a keen interest, you will be able to see how these two fundamental forces are working every moment of the process of creation and destruction. If you will do research about the dark matter, dark energy or God particle, you will realize that the whole universe is the manifestation of energy. Now coming back to the Bholenath Baba and Bhagwan Sankara or many other names, he was described as Yaksha Swarupa, which means he was not a human form because he was an extraterrestrial being. Bholenath Sankarji is considered a form of Shiva because he reached a meditative state where in spirituality there was no difference left between him and Shiva. He was the first guru who shows the path of yoga, the ultimate union with the Shiva inside us. Many people may call Bholenath stories as mythology and may disbelieve in it, and you will have right to say that because no one knows what exactly happened. However, Shiva is not a story figure. He is the one and the only formless cosmic consciousness which is present everywhere. There is misconception that Hindus believe in 33 crores god and goddess. There are many deities and demigods considered as different manifestations of the same god. For example, Indra, Surya and others cannot be compared with the ultimate god because they are devtas, not the Paramatma. Even Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh are described as three different aspects: creation, operation, and destruction of the same one God. Some ignorant people get into the debate like who is greater, Krishna or Shankara. Such people do not even know the essence of Hinduism. When someone say Krishna is inside us or Krishna is everywhere, is he talking about the physical body which participated in Mahabharata and in the end died because of an arrow of a hunter? Krishna, Rama, Shiva were names given to respective physical bodies. And when we say Krishna is everywhere, of course, no one is talking about the physical body. We are talking about the universal consciousness or cosmic soul, which is common for Krishna, Rama, Shankar, Jesus, Buddha, Mahavir, and others. Hence, that consciousness is literally everywhere and within us also. The only difference is you have not realized it yet. We all are different form of the same God. Hindus believe in only one God but call him by different names. Would you like to experience Shiva? Just look around you because he is everywhere. Even better would be to try looking inside. Ask yourself who is watching this video through your eyes. Understanding all this intellectually is of no use. Experience the Shiv within you directly. Make it the goal of your life and make sure you do not stop until you blessed with the self-realization. Once you are self-realized, no outside situation can bother you because you will be in the ultimate bliss. So awake, awake and awake. This is all for today. Thank you. Keep watching Sanatan Pragya. Om Namah Shivaya.